Yo, check out this fresh haircut. Can you see it? I have a bald spot. I just noticed that. It's weird. Anyways, that was bad. But good morning, people. It is currently Tuesday, September 5th. I'm catching up on all these videos. I'm putting video pretty much out one a day from the month of August. The month of August was crazy. Really turned stuff around. Got a new business partner who's handling a lot of the prospecting and lead gen. I'm basically just really defined my circle of competence, right? The perimeter of the things that I'm good at, and I delegated and found people to partner with who are masters at things that I'm already not that great at. So instead of trying to just become mediocre at a number of things, just master one and find other people who are in the same boat. And that's something that I did. So I have I'm in a partner now who is mastering my lead gen process, and all I do is I closed a few deals. A lot better situation. September is going to be a strong month, and I also turned 21 this month, so it's gonna be a good month. Check with you guys in a little bit. Gonna go to the gym and like right now. Well, look who's back in the vlog. After all that drama, still managed to parasite her way like a leech back into my life. Yeah, I am. I'm vlogging. We're gonna hit a leg workout. I'm too forgiving. Anyways, live, love, laugh. Any bullshit life saying, but really not. Have a good day. Yeah, gonna hit this leg workout. I don't know if I'm gonna film it because I don't have my kickstand, but quad focus. Well, I'm hamstring focused. But yeah. This bitch wants me to record. This is what goes on the back of getting Instagram videos, getting Instagram pictures. It's a lot of takes, trying to find good lighting, and doing dumbass exercises. Hashtag legal midget. Alright, let's go. So I just, whoa, hair's nuts. Been back to the gym for a while, knocked out a lot of work, did a lot of follow-up calls. Number one thing you want to do as far as if you're, you know what, I gotta go to the bank, but as, number one thing you want to do, especially if you're going to be following up with people who may or may not be problem aware, is you want to, one, give them the best quality services possible. The reason that this is so important is, one, not only does it start the rapport building process early and actually can get you a deal later and fill up your pipeline, but also be looking out for their best interest at all times. Know that you do want to have the split be 51% selfish, 49% selfless. Never let it go out of balance, because that balance is what's going to get you your personal brand built up. And you don't want people talking bad about you, because people won't buy from you. So just be a good, integrous person, and that won't happen. If not, you will struggle in sales, 100%. But I just got off a call with a prospect. His name is Dave. He thought I was going to be calling him today at 6 p.m. Eastern. 100% apologize. That was my fault for not double checking that. But I sent him a calendar link, and he said he's going to plug himself in to see how we can go ahead and talk. I'm going to check out his LinkedIn and stuff. I'll show you guys the call itself to show you guys how I do it, and really just try to put good content out there for you guys. But other than that, going to the bank right now, so I'll see you guys after, if I can get my key open.
2 hours later.
Currently on a conference call with a prospect and a corporate lender. I'm gonna record it for you guys.
Of lenders, we call it a strategic lender matching platform. So after 3 years, we built a huge relationship platform with all of these people and put together an algorithm. So based off of somebody's personal credit profile, so your personal credit report, your age, your location, and a few other demographics, we take you to lender XYZ that will approve you out of the gate rather than trying to do the run around by yourself. Right. So that's kind of what we do. Our process is fairly simple. So we own a company called See Your Score. What See Your Score is a credit monitoring service. Because it's a monitoring service, it allows us to do a 3-bureau soft pull on anybody's credit. Now, okay, I'm sure you've seen these Credit Karmas and all these other things. They do pull reports, but it's not always a 3-bureau report. So with See Your Score, we do a 3-bureau soft pull report. Doesn't ding your credit. You have no adverse effects. Doesn't show up as an inquiry. From that soft pull, we take that snapshot of your credit profile and we go to our underwriters. The underwriting team will look at your credit profile and say, okay, awesome, looks like Jerry has XYZ lines already. It looks like his credit score is this. He doesn't have any late payments. His utilization rate is this. And based off of that underwriting, they'll come back to you and say, congrats to 55 for $20,000 to $25,000 or $50,000 to $55,000. Whatever that number is, they'll come back and let us know. Okay. Now, at that point, that's when you get to make a decision. So we do a soft pull, we underwrite it, and we give you as much information as we can. Our team will let you know how much you have to pay in fees to get that money, what type of money it is, how that's coming to you, what you'll be able to do with that money, and the amount that we feel comfortable obtaining for you before you say, perfect, I'm going to pull the trigger, let's move forward. Okay. Once you have all those factors in hand and you say, awesome, dude, let's do it, we assign you an individual funding manager. That funding manager will work with you from that point on until you have money in your hands. So that's kind of what our process looks like. Do you have any questions on that before I go over what our fee structure looks like?
Not really. It all sounds fairly straightforward, and I'm sure that any questions do come up.
So the situation with this prospect was that he needed a lend. He wants to take out a lend to actually pay me for my service as far as getting him leads, as far as branding, as far as teaching him how to close. So he's talking with my corporate lender that I'm associated with to get that loan right now.
80% more capital than you would otherwise be able to on your own. We have what we call a performance fee, which is a fancy word for just a normal fee, right? Right. Mm-hmm. Based off of the capital that we obtain, so whatever that total amount is that you're funding from us, we charge a 9% fee and then a maximum capped fee of $5,000. So, let's just crunch some numbers for you to kind of show you. Now, one thing to note is that fee comes out of the money after you receive it. So let's say you get $25,000 of additional lines of credit or funding. Your fee on $25,000 would be $2,250. So that would come out of the $25,000 after you have that in your pocket. Sounds good. So a better way to put it is rather than getting $25K, you're getting $22,750. Where on your own you might be able to do
that would still be more than I already have.
Right, exactly. So the other thing I wanted to cover with you is the type of funding that we do. So the most popular products that we get for our clients or our customers is what we call revolving lines of credit. Revolving lines of credit is a fancy way of saying credit cards. Mm-hmm. With revolving lines of credit, every lender we would take you to does 0% interest for either 12, 15, or 18 months. Now, the cool thing with that is they call them industry restrictions. There are none. So if you want to buy equipment, or if you want to buy training, or if you want to buy a coaching package, or if you want to buy food, it doesn't matter what you do with those funds. You can spend them according to your needs, which is kind of cool. Okay. So it comes in 0% of our lines of credit, and that's where it's majorly beneficial. And part of the reason that as a company we team up with people like Vince, Vince can help walk you through the utilization of those funds. It's always nice for us as a company to help somebody get $25,000 at 0% revolving lines of credit, and then know that somebody is in your back corner like Vince who can walk you through what is going on. Like, how do we utilize these? Coach you through the next 6 months so that you can get that money taken care of. You know what I mean? My primary concern right now is taking
whatever money I can get and use that to get my business out of the hole it's in. I've had my own private training business for about 6 or 7 months now, and I have made a whole whopping total of just over $4,800 with it. I've made no money at all. I'm not paying I'm behind on all my other bills, and I need to get caught up and start having a consistent income so that not only can I pay back the lenders that you get me in contact with, but I can pay everybody else off too, and eventually move out of my little one-bedroom apartment into a house. Make sure my car doesn't get towed away next month because I'm 90 days late on the rent or the payment or anything like that.
Sure, for sure. No, we want to make sure that we're able to help you out as far as getting the funding goes, and then, like I said, having somebody like Vince in your corner is a major help to an effective, efficient way of utilizing those funds.
Right.
Yep.
Right, and for me, right now, for me, my thought is that the most efficient way for me to use those funds is to invest it in myself, invest it in my business, so that I have a profitable return out of that investment.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. So, Jared, that's kind of what we do is, like I said, we do a soft pull. Our underwriters look at it and make sure that we give you all the information you need to make an educated decision before we pull the trigger and move forward with funding. So that would be the next step. Vince has a link that he can give you to get to that application. So
I have that already. I think I already have it. I saw the website. I didn't make any efforts to apply to anything or do anything further than that until I had a little more information. But I can always sit down. I can sit down this afternoon and go back online and fill all that information out. The website is Fun Company, correct?
It's
So I'll have Vince just text you the link again, and then you'll have it on your phone, and you can just click on it and go to the right spot. And there's no second guessing that you're in the right spot.
Okay.
Right, Vince, does that work for you?
Yeah. No, that's 100%. I could just resend it to him over text. So that's fine with me.
Yeah, Jerry, that'll make it easy. Then you just click on it, and you're already there and do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, do you have any other questions that I can answer for you regarding anything else we talked about?
How long does this process normally take? Does it take 2-3 days, or am I looking at another week or so?
Good question. So I should have covered that. I apologize. The application process and the pre-approval, to where we have our underwriters look at it, that can happen within an hour to 2 hours. So where you have information back in your hands of, okay, cool, I qualify for X amount. That can happen in an hour to 2 hours. Once you're approved and we start going to lenders, it's usually around 7 to 10 business days, depending on a customer's response time in getting back to us with the things we need.
Right.
So 7 to 10, depending on how aggressive and how determined you are to get those funds in your pocket.
Right. Okay. So if I get online, let's say within the next 45 minutes or so, I fill out the application by 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock my time, I may or may not have an answer at that time. But then it's up to me to decide whether I want to go ahead and pursue this, contact the lenders that you refer me to, and make my application to them.
Right, yep, and we'll walk you through that entire process, so don't think that you're kind of on your own once you've been pre-approved. That individual funding manager will walk you through the exact number to dial, what to say, where to go, how to do it, so that you get those funds in your pocket.
Okay, sounds good.
So, okay, Vince, you have anything else that you want to add to that?
No. So, really, Jerry, like I said before we got Scott on the line, I just resent you the link, by the way, for the portal.
Yes, I just got it.
Yeah, so make sure that as far as with the $2,000 for the upfront fee, you want to consider how much you're going to want to allocate for ad spend. That's what's going to actually be the money that's going to be putting your ads out there and getting you the return. So really, like I said, we're going to be promoting the nutrition program. So we'll try to move, get you 30 to 50 qualified leads for that, as far as in the demographic information you gave me yesterday. As far as targeting goes, finding the lookalike audience, convert those lookalike audience, and have you basically make the money back in your investment within the first month. So that's what we're going to be doing. All right.
Mm-hmm. And yesterday you quoted me a price of $2,000. So I need to make. So I have that figure already at the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You do need to consider ad spend on top of that. So you may look at taking $3,000 to be safe. Usually we like to allocate anywhere from $500 to $1,000 in ad spend. So if you want to take out another $500 to $1,000, that would be ideal, because that's what's going to be the ad spend.
Well, if I get, if getting this thing started, getting the ball rolling, if it costs me between $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 to get things started, and within 3 months I'm making $3,000, $5,000 from new clients, then to me, it's a well worthwhile investment. I'm already making back what I spent, plus I have more money. I'm getting even more money than that, which is what I want.
Yep.
The ultimate goal is to within 6 months have enough money that I could go to Italy and spend 3 weeks there and still make money while I'm there.
Exactly. All right, Jerry.
Stay away from the pizza. I'll tell you right now, if you eat a bunch of Italian pizza, your train is going to hit the wall. Fair warning, man.
My grandmother was Italian, so I know what Italian food is.
Yeah, that pasta, that'll stick you back a little bit on your fitness goals.
But only if you eat it once a week.
Yep.
Worth it. Cool. Okay, well, Jerry, if you have any questions for me or Vince, if you do, please text me or email me or call me and let me know. And then, Jerry, once we see that application come through, my team will get to work and we'll let you know what we can do for you.